Our best estimates are around 100 million people. The capital city of the Aztec Empire, Tenochtitlan in Mexico, was 3 times larger than the largest city in all of Europe at the time of Columbus. 3 times larger. Our best estimate is that the population of Europe at the same time, all of Europe, was 88 million people at the same time. There are more people here than in Europe at the time of Columbus. But we often get these stories about a few scattered bands of roaming nomads in the wilderness. And in large part, it is to massage America's consciousness about all the stuff that happened. Like the age of exploration was the age of people coming across the ocean, planting flags and saying, I claim ownership of this land and all of the people here in the name of the most Christian king, Don Philippe, once, twice, thrice, by all the times that I can and should without limitations. Like literally claiming ownership of someone else's home and the people in the home. There's no way to make that pretty. There's no way to make it okay. And there's no way to make it not have happened. Although, to like slide number 2 of the day, there are lots of places trying to make it hard to talk about it. When you look at line number 2, that's US Census data. Now, I was Native before being Native was cool. That was a gross undercount. People were still worried about residential boarding schools, weaponized social services. Well, we're still worried about that one. Certainly, it was an undercount. By the way, the 2010 census said 5 million Native Americans. The 2020 said 10 million. We didn't have that many babies that fast. Among the things that happen is they let you click more than one box. The Native population has the highest rate of marriage to people from other racial groups, so the Native population is especially multiracial. A lot of Native kids are going to come into your classroom, and they will not always look the stereotypical part. Some will look white, some will look black, some will look obviously brown, and some will look racially ambiguous, and you can't tell by looking. There's more to unpack about race, like if you really drill into it, human beings invented the concept of race. There's actually no such thing. And we keep changing the definitions. The Irish were initially considered not white, which to most Minnesotans makes them laugh because they're like, what could be whiter than being Irish? But the Irish were considered not white and persecuted for not being white because of such an Anglo-Saxon definition of whiteness. And they were treated as second-class citizens and persecuted. But then the definition of whiteness changed to include the Irish. Then Italians were considered not white. We even passed special laws to stop those not white people from coming here. So ironic when we look at what's going on today. But eventually, the Italian population folded into whiteness. Today, as we speak, the Latino, Latina, Latinx, Latine population, which is a racially diverse population. Look at a Spanish-speaking soap opera, lots of blonde hair and blue eyes. Numerous countries in the Americas are far whiter than America. Argentina is whiter than America. Uruguay is whiter than America. We think south of the border equals brown. And it is complex. Go to the Dominican Republic, it is predominantly black. They speak Spanish. And so that population is being split, and some of the Latino population is being folded into whiteness. It's part of what's confusing the politicians. How come these folks are voting against their racial interest? Well, what are you talking about? That's a racially diverse group. That's happening right now. We invented this concept of race, and we keep moving the goalposts. But this thing we invented, which we should not have to pay any attention to at all, is an excellent predictor for who's being disciplined and who's graduating from school. So it's kind of like we do have to pay attention to this thing we shouldn't have to pay attention to get to the point where we actually don't have to pay attention to it. By then, it's less likely to be Star Trek Next Generation, all the groups represented and nobody sees color, and more like some kind of brown soup. It's affecting your school districts all around here. Because when you start pulling a data set, it's like, whoa, we have a lot more Native kids than we thought. There is legislation in Minnesota when you hit a certain threshold of number of students and percentage of students, where you have to offer Ojibwe language and culture instruction in your schools. And a lot of places are like, oh crap, we hit the threshold, but we don't have anyone to do that. What are we going to do?